Hello guys, this is Lars. Welcome back to KSP hard mode. Still mode, not core, but mode. Yeah. So today we're testing our Minimus Kethane miner, and this has a lot of capacity, but it's going to be really hard to launch, so I actually added some radial engines to the center stage here. Just because I really want to see this go up. This thing is going to be maybe able to circularize the orbit before we have to push this thing in. But this thing has 2,500 meters a second of delta V, so should have no problem actually getting to Minimus, but the TVR is really low. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, we have RTS, we have engines, we have everything, we have battery, we have a lot of solar power, we have one of these reaction wheels on every one of these stacks, so we should be good there. The staging is good, we are ready. There's one more thing I do want to add though, and that is action groups, because, or well, not action groups, abort sequence. I do want an abort sequence on this thing, and that's basically just tear the rocket in half. Just, I think this thing is the one we want to decouple, not the whole thing. Because if everything goes wrong here, you know what? Let's actually just decouple this thing, not the heat shield one, but the decoupler, and let's decouple that one. So that will at least get them off there, and we should be able to maybe use RCS or at least try to get out of there. No, we won't have any RCS. We should at least be a bit, well, not safe, but our chances of survival should increase. Let's not take more than one guy up here. Looming, you're it. Too bad. Sorry guy, but if somebody has to sacrifice themselves for science, it might as well be you. Alright, so let's get this thing up here, if that ever happens. And the reason why I'm actually doing live commentary right now and taking you with me on this launch is that I think there's a fair chance that this will fail, and it might be fun to watch. Oh, look at this line. Oh, our center of mass changed. Oh, yeah, look at this. That's actually between, let's see, engine and the rocket 16 fuel tank, that's this. So between here, yeah, the engine fell off. Oh man, when the engine falls off, you know there's something wrong. Okay, let's talk struts here. We need some more struts, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is the weakest part. Right, let's get this back on, and then copy it and do one more row up here for now. That will help, of course. Now there's one more technique I wanted to do here, but I don't have the small girder things, the cubic octagonal strut thingies. So I can't really do it, I think. I don't think I have anything small enough. But what I would do, it would basically just add one of those girder things here, one of those here, and strut between that, because you can't really strut straight between them. Could perhaps try to strut from here and up. Let's see, let's go a bit higher. So we want to hit the engine nozzle. Yeah. Alright. Oh man. Oh yeah, we'll try it. Oh man, it's not good. It is not good. Yeah. Bit of a tip, guys. Don't start drinking beer before you launch a rocket. At least in real life. In KSP, it's fun. But, well, yeah, I think we're good. Oh, yeah, we're good. Center of mass is still quite low, that's good, and we are able to actually beat gravity here. Oh man, this is slow. Okay, with every second takes more than a second, Oh, damn it. This thing is a monster. And that's because of all the struts and stuff, of course. Like, look at this thing, is strutted out. But we're not going to actually dock this to the KSS. We are going to use this as basically just a small station, probe station around Minimus. It's just going to hang out there, and then we could use our nuclear tug, which we launched I think last episode, and we could use that to bring a couple of orange tanks, or at least a big stack of these grey tanks, to Minimus, and then fill up and go back, because this won't be that efficient, but the nuke tug will be. Slow though, but still efficient-ish. Alright, so let's speed this thing up a bit, because this launch is so slow. We really need those mainsails pretty soon. Now, as you can see, this is actually a manned launch, and there's no particular reason for that, only that, well, my launcher, the KSS launcher, is actually manned. I haven't gotten around to making a new unmanned one yet, and I'm thinking that I should probably wait for the mainsail. It'll be, as you can see, I actually had to put the radial engines on this one, and that's just to make it, well, give it enough oomph to make it get me to orbit. And as you can see, the problem is not fuel. It is not the delta V that's the problem. The problem is basically the thrust to weight ratio. Trying to circularize with 1.4 of the TVR isn't that hard, but that's with basically twice the thrust because of the radial engines. So I was way under 1, and that's just no fun. So first of all, let's just slide by here and get these guys back home. They have done their job. Our Kethane miner is in a good orbit and it's activated. Now we have to figure out how to actually get to Minimus, and it's in a highly inclined orbit, so I actually have to fiddle around a bit with the maneuver nodes until I can get it into a proper orbit. You see me trying there to just adjust this thing, get it further up here, or just burn a bit north, and as you can see, we are going to get into a really heavily inclined orbit, and probably end up in a weird orbit when you get to Minimus as well. It doesn't matter that much really though, because we are going to have to realign our orbit at some point anyway, because we need to target our landing site, and doing those kind of maneuvers on Minimus is not that hard. So we're almost ready with our Minimus burn here, and of course we don't really have any coverage in between, so we're just banking on the fact that, well, we'll be able to get there. Now I do another burn, just burn straight north just to push the periaps down, and as you can see, we have almost we have 1850 meters a second left in this stage, or in this thing, so we have plenty. We can probably send this to another planet, do an air brake, and then refuel. But so oh man, too early in the morning to do voiceovers. So yeah, the plan with this thing is basically we are going to both get a refueling station up in orbit around Minimus here, that we could ferry fuel back to the KSS. But that's more of a proof of concept. We won't really use that because, well, we have fuel available on Kerbal. That's actually easier to just make a ton of rockets and push it up. The reason why I want this thing is I want to test out the whole oh, we're just going to realign our satellite here, the scanning satellite. Yeah, I want to test out the feasibility really of doing these kind of missions instead of just sending extra fuel. Because, for example, having around Duna, having a fuel mining operation there would be interesting. Or if we actually want to send out a huge composite ship. Yeah, so I just skipped there. A huge composite ship that that just refuels at every planet and just do a just land on the moon there. That would be a possibility. Like having a combined scanner refueler thing on top of a ship while we send it out, having ultra efficient nuke engines on the ship itself, but having one of these guys with us, that might actually make it possible to visit every planet in the solar system in one go. Well, most of them at least. And that might be an interesting challenge. I don't know if I'm actually going to take that challenge, trying to build something like that, because we might actually have to send like one extra life support supplies thing to each planet before we actually go there. But again, it would be would be an interesting challenge, and we'll soon get the CO2 scrubber and water recycler. So that will help a lot if you want to do something like that. And that's what we're going to construct around the KSS. If I actually take it to a lot of planets, I don't know, but I'll probably at least take it to Eve and land on Gilly. It's called Gilly, isn't it? Or Gilly? I don't know. Who cares? So we're landing here, and as you can see, we are going to just smoothly and slowly get down. I'm just doing 10 meters a second right now, just keeping it at that. We're 300 meters up, and that's not too shabby, really. Now we're almost down. Come on, slowly. Down to 6 meters a second, 50 meters up, and we'll just slow down to around 2. And 1.5, 1.5 ish is our landing, and yeah, we're done. We are down, and we could try out our mining equipment. As you can see, we are in the middle of of a square there, or a hexagon with Kethane. So as you can see, we are gaining Kethane. Just time warp ahead here a bit. And this actually is working, but there is one design flaw. I have to manually move the fuel from the little tank in the middle and out. So we'll probably just install the fuel balancer mod, and that'll be it. So yeah, that's it for today. And well, we'll see you in the next episode. Alright. Bye.